want to welcome you to Busy House, Happy Home, my new podcast. I'm really excited to be sharing this with you. It has been something that I've been working on in my head for a long time. I think the idea first came to me about 3 years ago, then 2 years ago quite seriously, and it's taken that long actually for me to get the confidence to do it. And I know that might sound silly because I do my YouTube videos and things like that, but it has taken quite a lot for me to kind of get my head around actually doing a podcast. And I thought I would, those of you that are watching this, you can see where I am. I'm actually in the children's playroom. We call it the nursery, and it's become my office as well as their playroom. They don't use this room that much, so it seemed a complete waste that I had this room dedicated for the children and I needed an office space. So I have this bit here, which you can't actually see, but it's a desk, and this is where I sit and record. And then I've got my bookcase, which has got sort of my Ask Charlie books there, and you know, just bits and pieces. And then I've actually got my doll's house, which is Coco's now, here, and there's various other things going on in this room. But this is a really great place for me to come and shut the door and record the podcast. The idea for Busy House, Happy Home is to share with you. So obviously I've got my YouTube channel and I have my Instagram and I have my blogs and things like that. But I love listening to podcasts, and I love just listening to people kind of chat away, and you know, maybe things resonate, maybe they don't so much, maybe I'm learning some things, but I don't have to sit and concentrate to listen to it. It's just like, you know, two people having a chat. And I get lots of questions about, you know, Charlie, how do you do this? Charlie, how do you do that? And so I want the podcast to be an extension of Ask Charlie. And I think for me, I am striving to have a happy home as much as possible. I think we're all kind of striving for that. And so I am asking people to ask me questions and we can discuss things, but I've also got experts coming on as well. So we can talk about, you know, how to create a happy home, how to create, or how to make you feel happier. And if you're feeling happier in yourself, then you're going to have a happy home. It doesn't need to be a perfect home. And actually, the name for this podcast, I asked Instagram, and I had so many amazing ideas. And Kate, who I have known for many years, many years, her mum was the Pony Club DC when I was a child, and I was at Kate's wedding, and she's wonderful. And actually it was her that sowed the seed for this name. But I don't want it to be about having a perfect home, because that's not relatable. My home, as you can see from what's going on around me, it's not perfect. I've got soft toys over there. We probably don't need those anymore, but we do have little people that come and visit, and it's great to have them. And actually, none of us want to part with them, so they're there. And then I've got this behind me. You don't stop riding when you get old. You get old when you stop riding. And then this behind is a drawing that Simon's father did. And this is a collage of Archie and I riding. And then I've talked a little bit about, you know, this is my place of inspiration. I've got Mum's recipe books and some of my Ask Charlie products there. And you know, it's not perfect, but I try as much as possible to have a happy environment, because it makes us feel better. It makes the rest of the family feel better. And life is not perfect. Life is not easy at all. But if we've got the right attitude and the right support around us, it can be a happier place than it would be otherwise. And I talk about that from actually many years of experience. I didn't have an easy childhood. I think on the outside it looked pretty wonderful, but it was far from a happy home. There were lots and lots of mental health problems going on. I'm not going to talk about it too much today, but there was a lot of stuff, an awful lot of stuff. And you know, Simon and I do have a very happy marriage, but life's not been easy. We've obviously had Mum sort of being unwell mentally and physically, and then her dying. We've had my various broken bones, and Simon's business struggles have gone on for numerous years with various things, pandemics, and you know, you name it. And it's how you tackle things, it's how you get on with things. And so through the podcast, I have some wonderful people talking to me about how to achieve that, whether it's, you know, physically how we look or mentally. And then I want people to reach out and say, you know, Charlie, can we chat about this? Can we chat about that? I've got a great episode with Verena, who's expecting her first baby, and you know, we're just chatting. I mean, Verena is a friend, and so it's two friends chatting, but also, you know, she's asking me questions about, you know, being a first-time mum. And so do get in touch if you would like to come on the podcast and chat to me, you know, about anything within reason, anything. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoy it. I, as you know, have been planning this for a long time, and it tied in really well with my new website, which you may or may not have seen. I wanted to have a place where everything was in one spot together, and with my old website we couldn't do that. So I have got a new website, and the podcast can be part of that, as well as my YouTube videos and my blog posts and, you know, everything else about Ask Charlie and what's going on. So I really hope you enjoy listening, and please do subscribe to the podcast, do leave a review. It helps other people find it, and I would be really grateful if you would share it with other people that you think might enjoy listening to me in conversation with other people. Anyway, thank you for listening today, and I am sending lots of love.